practice A, and the homework here is just to do the even problems. So we're going to start with number 2. They're asking us to translate 4 units to the right. Remember, right and left means that it's opposite day, so we need to use the opposite sign. I'm thinking 4 units right, so I'm thinking plus 4. The opposite sign is going to be negative 4. So that's going to be f of x equals x minus 4. There's that negative 4 showing up. And then we'll finish out our equation, plus 1. Number 4 says translate 3 units up, so we're going to add 3 to our intercepts, and that's going to give us an intercept now of negative 2. So let's rewrite our function, f of x equals 4x, and then there's our new intercept, minus 2. The next series asks us to do reflections. So on number 6, it says reflect in the x-axis, and that means that the entire function needs to get reflected with a negative sign. So what I need to do is distribute my negative sign here and here. My final function will be f of x is negative 1/3 x, and then a negative times a negative will give me a positive 2. For number 8, though, we need to reflect in the y-axis, and that means that this x right here needs to change its sign, and it's positive, so we're going to change it to negative. F of x is the absolute value of negative 3x minus 5, and then plus 3. So everything else needs to stay the same, it's just this x is going to turn negative. Now let's go into vertical and horizontal stretches and shrinks. On number 10, they asked me to do a vertical shrink. With the vertical shrink, I know that the entire function needs to get multiplied by the 1/3. So let's distribute. I have f of x equals 4/3x, and that's 1 times 4 is 4, and 3 times 1 is 3. And then I'll distribute this 1/3 again over here to the positive 3. And if I have 1/3 times 3, remember these 1s and 3s will cancel. So I'm going to have 1/3 x, 4/3 x plus 1. That'll be final. I think I wrote this a little small, so I'm going to write it a little bit bigger out here. When I'm multiplying 1/3 times my 3, I'm going to multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 is giving me that 1. So that's where that came from. Last couple, on number 12, they want me to do a horizontal stretch. Remember, the horizontal stretch is the funky one. Just like we do opposite sign, we also need to do opposite fraction. So instead of multiplying this x by the 3, we're going to flip this fraction over, and the reciprocal is 1/3. So my function is just f of x is 1/3 x plus 1 in our absolute value. Their last problem is a multi-step one. So they're giving me f of x is the absolute value of x. F of x is the absolute value of x. The next step they asked me to take is to translate 3 units left. Remember, left and right is the opposite one. So instead of going to minus 3, I need to go positive 3. So the first step is x plus 3 in their absolute value. After we do that, they ask me then to do a horizontal shrink by a factor of 1/2. This is just like number 12, where we had to do the opposite fraction. So how do you flip 1/2? Well, the reciprocal of 1/2 is just 2. So we're going to tuck this 2 right here in front of the x. Our second step is absolute value 2x plus 3. And that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. Hit me up in the comments, and we'll see you next time.